Your love is like radiant diamond bursting inside of we cannot contain. Your love will surely come find us like blazing wildfire, singing your name. God of mercy.
Hey, Julia. Oh, shut up, Laura. You did? Did you just get married? It's kind of a new song-ish. That's awesome. I love this song. Such a good song. Oh. So excited for tonight. You have no idea. Hey, all 14 of us are going to have so much fun tonight. I'm just kidding. There's more coming on. Hey, everyone. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Kristen. Oh, my gosh, you guys. This is going to be something fierce tonight because of all the things that tried to prevent me from being on the Pacesetters tonight. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, you know what? Biocellulose. Skin. Okay. It's almost go time. I'm gonna get myself all ruffled up. Well, I don't start sweating. Hi! Hi, Danette. For those of you that are on a phone watching, you probably can't see there's a live feed. If you ever want to be on the live feed, you just have to jump on a computer, I think. I don't know if there's a way to do it when you're not on a computer, but anyway, there's a live chat going on. All right. Hi. I'm so excited too. Y'all don't even have any clue. Okay, well, it's 9 o'clock. Ah! Are you so excited? Okay, so, okay. Is this not crazy? Is this not crazy? Like, do you feel something crazy happening in Mary Kay right now? Like, it is like a flurry of craziness. Like, unlike anything I've ever seen, felt, watched, seen, been a part of in 12 years. Like, something is going on. I mean, like, is this going to be the greatest time in Mary Kay? Like, this beauty experience is going to put Mary Kay back at #1. Like, craziness. Something's definitely happening. I hope you can feel it because I can't put my finger on it, but I just have never had so much great feedback and such great success and sales and fun. And I just can't help but think that something huge is going to be happening in all of our businesses and in the company. Like, I feel it in my bones. I know. Yes, Nathan Moore, definitely. I mean, he's what started this whole thing. It was his idea that I just grabbed and kind of ran with. So him, and anyway, you guys, this is so exciting. If you have not tried out your own experience, what on earth are you waiting for? This is definitely a movement. And so this is epic. This is not the time to be left behind. Like, it's so exciting. I'm so excited. Okay. Sorry. If you can't tell, I'm just a little excited. Okay. So what I want to talk about is I want to say congratulations, first of all, to those who completed or got a big, huge jump start on your list. Yay! I know. And some of you were like, that's a lot of people. And others of you were like, whew, I'm so relieved that I don't have to contact all these people. You know what I mean? So I just have to say, good job for all of you that started on your list, worked on your list. And then like, I got so many comments from people who were like, oh my word, there were so many people I forgot about. I forgot about so many people. And I'm like, I know. So just imagine if you like kind of go through this list every 90 days and just kind of revamp it. But definitely got some good stuff for you to share. And the reason I know that it's going to be impactful, and my prayer is that it will be impactful, is that I went to the Mac store today because my computer wasn't working, my laptop, and then I couldn't get it fixed because there was a 2-hour wait, and the guy said, you have a bigger issue than I can deal with right now. That's always what you want to hear when you go to the Mac store. Anyway, or the Apple store. And then I got home, and both of so I have a desktop computer with 2 screens. You can't see them, but they're like right here. And when I went to turn on my computer, like it was on for like 10 minutes and then blue screen and then beep and then done. And I'm like, what's going on with all the technology in my house? I kept thinking like, what do you mean? I know what's going on. Like, this is going to be the greatest epic thing in Mary Kay. And it's just like me trying to get it out. So I'm just hoping and praying that there's no technical glitches during this entire thing. And I'm going to try to get it out as fast as I can. And I'm sorry if I go too fast, but you know what? I can listen to it. And I'm sending you my notes because that's literally how I roll. And you know, that's how it is. And you can buy the book because this book is amazing. This book is GoPro by Eric Worre, and it's basically where I've read it 4 times cover to cover. I've taken gajillion notes, highlights, sticky tabs, everything. I've tore this book apart because and implementing it has changed so many things about my business already. But then with the beauty experience combined with this book, it's like, I don't even know how to say it. But anyway, so good job on your homework. And I have to say, our winners. Oh my goodness. Alexandra, is it Carpenzano? I think that's, I don't know. Don't want to butcher your name. I hate butchering people's names. And Lori Quirum. And I'm sorry. Yay, you. I'm so excited for you guys to win. And I already mailed your stuff, and you either got it today or you'll be getting it very soon. And I can't wait. So you'll have to make sure that you snap it and tag it and put it on, put it on social media. It's Eric Worre is his name. Eric Worre. GoPro by Eric Worre. That's the name of the book. Feel free to get it, read it, highlight it. A lot of what you'll hear tonight is basically me taking his network marketing ideas and like applying it to Mary Kay, which is so much easier to kind of understand. But I'm just so excited because this beauty experience thing's blowing my mind. Okay, so just a little recap. The beauty experience is taking off like way more than I thought, and it's bigger than I thought. And but I do want to clear up a few things. First of all, I'm not the end all be all of the beauty experience. I came up with the idea based on a offshoot idea of the Mary Kay experience, and I developed the package idea. But so many other people have put their brains and their efforts and their stuff, and I can't name everybody, but I will name. Reader was April Hutchinson, who grabbed a hold of the idea when she first was introduced to it with me on the ship and with me giving her some ideas when we got back, and she just kind of took off with it too. So we both have been doing a lot of, it's not just me. The idea birthed from Nathan Moore, which then got trickled down to Allison Sellers and Laura Beitler, and we all kind of talked about it. And then I kind of just took it that next level with enhancements and stuff like that. And then April has been writing these fantastic scripts, and we're actually in the process of doing some really cool things. So number one, the Dropbox link that went out social media wide is updated now with lots of material. So please be sure to check it out before messaging my office, because we're getting an overloaded amount of questions about the beauty experience that are already answered in the Dropbox. Number two, and I'll post the Dropbox again when we get off. Number two, there will be a bridal experience added soon, like a bridal experience package sheet, a bridal experience set sheet, which is so exciting. That's coming soon for those of you that are working with brides. I know that you have been that. And then the set sheet that has the pick an item off the spa bar. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? We are also going to provide one that says half off item instead of a full free item, because a lot of people didn't want to give that much away. So that's as well. So there'll be that updated. It's coming soon. Also, number 3, the hostess credit is removed from the new package sheet, the one with the pink, like very delicate looking sheet. That one, the hostess credit isn't on that one, so that you can allow you or whatever your sales director is doing, or anything you want to do, you can just do whatever you want to do. So that one is removed, although it's still in the script. So I just wanted to let you know that. Number 4, those will be added to the menu soon, as well as the description page. But for now, it's getting its own page. And a really great idea, Susan McCoy had her assistant put together a little invite. If they want to try the biocellulose, it's like $10 to buy, or they don't have to try it. But it's like, that way you don't have to eat the cost of that $18 mask as a sample if you want to offer that as one of your treatments. Okay. Number 5, the updated flip chart. Yeah, you heard me. We're updating the flip chart. April and I are like going at it right now, just like digging in. So it's in the works, and it will be like coming out soon. So get excited about an updated flip chart, not just for like you, but for your new consultants. And if you're new, it's for you. But even for, excuse me, even for seasoned consultants, I think it's good to have a flip chart, because it makes your job look easy. Oh, I can do what she's doing. She's just reading off of a chart. That looks easy. Okay. Number 6, there's 2 options for skincare. You can either have the hostess pick what everyone is getting to make your life very simple, or you can have each guest pick one of the 4 treatments, which is what I do. But I reserve the biocellulose just for the hostess. And I Google form that I send out to every guest, and they fill out the pre-profile information so that I have it on my Google form. And it's absolutely beautiful, by the way. And so it makes pre-profiling a breeze, but I still talk to them. I don't just skip that part. And don't ask me how to do a Google form. If you've never done a Google form before, you can figure it out. It's really, really, really easy. And you don't have to have a Gmail account to do it, but it does help. But you guys are super smart. You can figure it out. And if one of you is like a whiz on Google and you want to make a quick tutorial and send it to me, I will totally post it. Or you can post it on Facebook. Okay, and it's a great way to pre-profile and to have all your treatments picked out and you know who's doing what. Number 7, your first beauty experience, if you haven't done one yet, it may not be awesome. Okay, some of you have been doing them and they've been awesome. I've been seeing your posts and it's awesome, but some of you may have done your first one and been like, wah, wah. So is mine. It's okay. It was still better than the first skincare party I have. And my mug, this will be one of the gifts. Okay, sorry, I get super distracted. And if you're anything like me, squirrel. Okay. Okay, so your first one may not be awesome, but you have to remember there are no bad experiences, only learning experiences, and you've got this. You can't give up after the first, second, or third one. You got to just keep chugging away. Just ask yourself at the end of every one, what did I do well? And then I want to continue doing, and what do I need to improve on? And then number 8, I did a 45-minute holiday experience with a customer and her cousin today. And I sold $236 in 45 minutes myself. Okay, so I wasn't, holiday experiences, I'm not going to go, we're not going to make those flyers or any of that. You guys can figure that out on your own. Girl ain't got time for that. But I just kind of like made it up on the fly. And how I initiated it, I was dropping off one product that she ordered, which turned into $236 worth of product that she ordered. And all I said was, have I shown you our holiday catalog? Do you have the new catalog yet? You know what? Let me just go and grab you one really quick, and I'll grab one for your friend too because they're super fun to look at. So I ran in, got one, brought it back in, and then they started looking through it. And they're like, oh, you have new lip colors. So I'm like, yeah, I actually have them in my car. Do you want to try them? Yeah, okay, I'll be right back. And then I came back in, oh, I really like these cheek colors. Do you have any in stock? Like, yeah, I do. Let me run back out. So I ran back in and out a couple of times, which got me great exercise. And then I sold $236. And I have a new customer because that cousin was there and now she's mine. And it was awesome. So you guys think about holiday experiences too, and having a great display and getting hot cocoa and cute socks and making it a holiday experience. It doesn't even have to be that long. It's like a holiday stop and shop experience. So, okay, moving on. This week we are talking about inviting. This is skill number 2. So I told you we're going to be going over 7 like major skills of this business, and I'm shrinking it down to 7. 7 is the perfect number, and those 7 is what's going to make you duplicatable. And what it is going to multiply your efforts and your success in the business. And so the first one we talked about was prospecting or lead list generating, which we had a great thing. And I'm so sorry about like technical difficulties and me cutting off in the middle and having to find a new link and all of that nonsense. But hopefully this time that won't happen. Again, I warned you, I'm going to talk fast, but get excited because it's really good. And I'm actually going to read some excerpts from Eric's book. It's really good. But inviting is a super important skill because it will create massive success in your business. Inviting them to try the product, inviting them to book an experience, to watch a YouTube, to have a coffee, to come to an event, etc. Eric Worre talks about inviting, and I'm going to quote him a lot because he's brilliant. But when it comes to inviting, you are not, he says, you're not a hunter trying to bag an elephant. That sounds so funny if you ask me. I know that's sometimes how I felt when I first started Mary Kay. I felt like I just needed people and I wanted people to sign, but people can actually feel that. And my attitude used to be, and he even wrote it in the book, which I thought was so funny because I've heard that a gazillion times, was some will, some won't, so what? Like, it's okay, move on to the next person, you know? And, you know, after like rethinking that and reading this book, you know, I have to stop myself sometimes to this day thinking like, I don't want to fall back into that mindset. But I want to encourage you to, instead of thinking like a hunter, think of more like a farmer or like a gardener. We plant seeds, water it, watch it grow. We build relationships. We provide education and influence. But ultimately, we're not in control of if it rains or if the sun comes out, you know. Only one person's in charge of that. So there's things we can control, like the inviting process, and then the rest we just like. So we're going to think of this as more like a farmer instead of a hunter. When my goal was to recruit, it felt desperate and sales pitchy and too good to be true. And that's the way it came across. But when my goal is to educate and to get understanding, I mean, you get crazy results and success, and you're always left feeling like you've won, like you're winning, and it's fun and it's exciting, and your business feels really cool. Okay, you can't hear me. I'm sorry. Can everybody hear me, or is it her, or is it me? Okay, can you guys hear me? Give me a little yes, I can hear you. If you, oh, you want me to start singing? Just kidding, not today. I'll dance for you all the time. You want to hear me sing, come to church, because I lead worship at my church. Anyway. Okay, cool. Moving on then. Great, thank you. You can hear me. Awesome. Okay, so whoever said they couldn't hear me, check your volume on your computer or your phone. Make sure you're not on speaker or whatever. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to invite and do it based like on education and understanding. So the first way we invite is to try the product. Whether that's a sample, a drop by and try this, an experience, a sample in the mail, you invite them to try the product. After all, nothing happens till somebody sells something. Mary Kay said it herself, and it's one of our company's 3 imperatives. Thank you. You guys are sweet. The second way to invite is to invite someone to review a tool, like a hotline, a DVD, a CD, a YouTube link, etc., or jump on a conference call. I want to encourage you to use this, use something physical, not just like a website address or a link or something like that. And the reason is because a physical tool creates trust, and they're more likely to take you seriously, and that physical tool kind of haunts them if they don't actually review it like they said they would. So the 2 things that I really like is, I don't know if you've ever seen this or not, but Mary Kay came out with a new team building flyer. Like I wish I brought one in here. I think it's in my car. I have like a file folder that I keep these in, but it's a team building flyer, and you can find it on Mary Kay in Touch. And it has a steps to success pamphlet next to it, which goes up the career path, and a business card. And on the back of my business card is my website and the YouTube link about the opportunity. So it's a tool that I hand people, and I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys get stacks and stacks of these, staple them together. So when you're at your parties or you're out and about, or you know you're going to be in front of somebody that you want to like give information about the company, just keep it with you at all times. That's why mine's in my car. It's always in my car. It's always there, so I can just pull it out when I need it. Okay. So now the link is great. I'm not saying the link is not good, or technology, this is the way we got to go sometimes, but give them something else. Okay. And this is really important. Oh my gosh, this will change so much about like lots of stuff. Okay. So when you're actually, if someone says yes, they'll review your tool or they'll watch your video or whatever, and you're handing them that physical piece of paper or packet, you want to hand it to them in person, obviously, if you can, and hand it to them as if you're handing them a gift, like handling it with care. Like you just don't give these out to just anyone. Like, here you go, thank you, or here you go, I'm excited, here's your little gift, you know. Then they take it, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's precious. I promise you it's weird, but that's what happens. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the second, let's see, we talked about that. Oh, there's a third way. And that's inviting to events. But we're going to go over that in a totally different week about getting people to events, because it's the hardest thing to do is to get people to come to an event, because it's like, it's just the hardest thing to get people to do. Like you'll invite 20 people and one will show up and you'll be like, ah, but I mean, that's the numbers. So we're going to talk about that later, because getting people to events is like such a huge shortcut. And, you know, I always tell people like, there's no shortcuts in Mary Kay, because there's not, you got to work hard. But if I had to pick one, it would be that. So we're going to go over that later. Okay. Okay, so here's some rules to inviting. Yeah, there's rules. Don't break the rules. Follow the rules. Okay, I'm such a rule breaker, but these make so much sense. Okay, so the first one is don't focus on the outcome. And we kind of talked about this already. You can't focus on what you can't control. You can't control if they say yes. You can't control if they say no. You can't control if they sign up or not. But if you're emotionally attached to the yes or the no, then you're constantly discouraged or disappointed, because you're going to probably get more no's than yeses. That's just kind of how it is. And so I know you're thinking like, oh, that's easier said than done, Tina, than not like to be disappointed when someone says no, they don't want to join your team. But hear me out, because, okay, so remember, if your primary goal is to recruit, then, you know, you may win over a few peeps, but it won't produce a lot of sustainable success. But if you focus on educating and understanding, you'll have so much more fun, and you'll love what you do, and you'll want to keep doing it, and you'll always have a lot going on. So it won't matter if someone says no right then, because they may say no, yes later. And the person that you're following up with, that you said you would follow up with, you know, 3 months ago, is going to say yes tomorrow. So then you always have this abundance and all this stuff going on, that the no's and the yeses don't make a difference. But it's the relationships that makes the difference, and it's the connections that make the difference, and it's the education and the influence that makes the difference. And so, been done. But think about it like this. This is what really helps me, and this may or may not help you, but this is what helps me. God is in control. Like knowing that He's sovereign and He's in control. He knows who's supposed to be on my team, and if they aren't supposed to be, then I don't want them to be. Like, I don't want them to be, because 9 times out of 10, if you try to force somebody, it's going to be a whole lot more trouble for you than just finding someone new. So this is what happens when I talk fast. I start choking on my own spit. It's pretty gross, actually. Sorry. Okay. All right. Where am I at? Okay. So yeah, you discernment. I know that's like a weird word. It isn't always easy. Sometimes when someone's thinking about joining, it might just take a little nudge or a bribe, and that's all they need to take that leap of faith. Others, they need more time or another season of life. Okay. He's in control. My job is just to do what I'm in control of, and obediently be professional. And I know if I'm doing that, I'm doing my job. Winning, #winning. Okay, so number 1, was don't focus on the outcome. Number 2 is be yourself. Okay, I can really say this because it's Tina freaking Frantz, and I feel like I am 150 bajillion% myself now, because I had a conflict of me, myself, and I at the last event, and I realized, like, I'm not going to change who I am to, or be conflicted about who I am in this business. You don't have to be. And one of the beautiful things about this business, and I realize this, I'm kind of a wacky, crazy, fun top sales director, soon to be national. And for a long time, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to fit in with all these awesome, super sharp nationals. I mean, I'm like a little bit weird, and I don't have a filter all the time. But you know what I realized is that Mary Kay doesn't have another Tina Frantz in the national area, and they need a Tina Frantz in the national area. And I can be myself. And you know, it's okay to copycat as long as you're copying the right cat, but you don't have to lose yourself in the process. Okay, are you hearing me? It's okay to copycat as long as you copy the right cat, but you don't have to lose yourself in the process. So trying to be someone you're not is kind of awkward and for everyone, and it almost kind of puts you in a spot where you're not free to be you, and you're not free to move forward in that freedom. And so you're amazing. You're amazing. We need you in Mary Kay. So just be you. Sean Key used to say, always have fun. He used to always say, have fun, do the job, and don't be weird. I can handle that, but I'm a little on the weird edge. But he knows that, so it's okay. And he loves me anyway. It's fine. Okay. All right. Let's go number 3. Rule number 3. Bring some passion. Enthusiasm is kind of contagious. I don't know if you know this or not, but it totally is, because I've been having the technology blues, but as soon as I forget, Kristen, one of you popped on and you were like, I'm so, oh, Jennifer Schuler, when you popped on and you were like, I'm so excited. It was like, me too. I don't know what it is, but it's contagious. And Mary Kay knew that. That's why one of her songs, her like first songs ever, was, I got that Mary Kay enthusiasm down in my heart, you know, up in my, I don't know. I forget all the words to it, but it's really catchy and it's super cute, and it has to do with enthusiasm. I'm obviously really not aging myself at all. Okay. So I want you to think about something that creates passion for you. Like for me, it's music, which is why I start every Pacesetters and end every Pacesetters with music, because music stirs my soul. And I don't know what it is, but I use it on, like, I use it to motivate myself. I use it before booking calls. It stirs in me, and it may not you, but you need to know what does stir you. One thing I realized early on in my business, that one of my main primary needs is fun and pleasure. It's just how I roll. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. And if I have to do it, I do it poorly or I procrastinate. And I realized that was going on to get me, and that wasn't going to get me very far, is basically what I'm saying. It wasn't going to get me very far in the business if I was continuing to procrastinate and do things poorly just because I didn't want to do them or they weren't fun. So I realized that I could, well, make a game out of it. And I got this from Julia Burnett, because she would set an alarm and then for like 30 minutes, and she would make as many booking calls as she could. And she knew that as soon as 30 minutes was up, she could quit, or she could continue again. But she was letting herself off the hook, but the alarm she had to book for a solid 30 minutes. And, you know, lo and behold, she would get to 30 minutes. She'd had like a booking, and she's like, I want to do it again. So she'd do it again. You know, and so I like to reward myself after a party. If I worked at Full Circle, I got to pick up dessert on the way home. You know, I did this comfortable, or I noticed I was procrastinating something, which means I didn't think it was fun. So find whatever fuels you and fills you up. Stay joyful, get excited. This is the best opportunity ever. You know, I had you post the 10 things you love about your business on social media, and it was amazing to read all of your posts. I mean, it was so cool, so encouraging. It made me fall in love with Mary Kay too, just reading all your stuff. Some of them were similar, but a lot of them were very, very different. And so we're going to keep going with this. We're going to do top 20. You're going to keep going, because this is really, really encouraging, not only to you, but everybody who's watching you. And this will help you in the process of falling in love with your business all over again. And this will help you with your passion. Okay, number 4, have strong posture. My shirt says no bad days, by the way. No bad days. You probably can't see it. That's okay. Have strong posture. And, you know, when I first heard this, I used to think that it meant have confidence, but it doesn't mean that. I mean, it might come across like you have confidence, but it doesn't mean you have to have it in order to have strong posture. And so, and this can make people kind of annoyed. Like, I came into Mary Kay to build my confidence. That's why I'm selling it. I don't have it right now. Blah, blah. Well, Eric Worre, you know, he gives a great example of weak posture and strong posture. Example number 1. Yes, I know I've had a lot of jobs so far in my life, but I'm hoping this will be the change I've been looking for. Example number 2. Guess what? I'm sick and tired of the life I've led up to at this point, and I've decided to take charge. I wouldn't bet against me because I'm serious. Do you see the difference? One is kind of like, and the other one's like, I'm doing this. Back away. And so, posture. And I loved how you put it like that, because it doesn't mean you have to be confident. It just means you have to have confident words. It just means you have to have bolder verbiage. You can say things, doesn't mean that you necessarily have all the confidence, but you say them over and over again, just like an affirmation, it's going to build that confidence, girly. So strong posture. So the of inviting. Now let's talk a little bit about the actual steps to inviting. Now there's actually 8 steps. I'm going to go over them all in order, and then I'm going to break them down. Number 1, be in a hurry. Number 2, genuine compliment. Number 3, make the invitation. Number 4, if I, would you. Number 5, confirmation number 1. Number 6, confirmation number 2. Number 7, confirmation number 3. Number 8, get off the phone or bid them good day. Okay, so you guys, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. A lot of it is right straight from the book. You can read it. Best way to describe the steps ever. And I'm going to post these ideas and words and phrases on Facebook. But number 1, here's an example of being in a hurry. This is how you invite somebody to something, or invite them to look at something, or to try something, or to whatever. So step 1 is be in a hurry. Let me break that down for you. Okay. This is a psychological issue. That's what you need to know. People are always more attracted to a person who has things going on. If you start every call or face-to-face conversation giving the impression that you're in a hurry, you'll find your invitations will be shorter. There will be fewer questions, less resistance, and people will be more respectful of you and your time. Okay. That's why we're in a hurry. This only works for phone conversations or in person. This does not work for texting or Facebook or social media. Okay. So this is where you got to kind of be willing to call people, but this is going to make it easy and not so scary. Okay. So examples for being in a hurry. Hey, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it's really important that I reach you. Or I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. Or I'm running out the door, but I need to talk to you real quick. And here's another one. I have to run, but, or now isn't the time to get into this. I got to go, but, okay. So that's just really brief. You guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, there's no bad experiences, only learning ones. Just get out there and you get the idea. Okay. So be in a hurry. Another example. Okay. Yeah. So the number 2 is compliment. Genuine compliment. So first one is be in a hurry. Number 2 is genuine compliment. Now you got to pull it off. You got to be genuine. Okay. So some of the ones in here are really good. It says, you've been very successful and I've always respected the way you've done business. That's a great compliment. Or you've always been so supportive of me. I appreciate that so much, which is great to use with family or friend. Or you have an amazing mind for business and can see things that other people just don't see. That's a great compliment. One that I wrote was, your makeup always looks slamming. I have always respected your style and makeup creativity. You are truly one of the kindest people I've ever known. Your heart is as big as the ocean. And those are ones I've actually used before as a genuine compliment on people I know. For somebody maybe that is not somebody you know, like you were at a restaurant or you were at a checkout line or whatever, you've given me some of the best service I've ever received. Or you are super sharp. Can I ask what you do for a living? Or you have made this a fantastic experience. Or one of mine, I saw this girl at, she had cute red rain boots on the other day. I gave this example to Angie, I think Donisi, we were talking on the phone. Your red boots are the hottest shoes in the mall. Can I ask where you found them? You're so super fashionable and crazy on trend. Her red rain boots were so cute. It actually cost me to go buy rain boots, but I didn't get red ones, but those red ones were super cute. I actually couldn't find red ones, but if I could have, I may have bought them. That's how cute she was. So it's definitely a genuine compliment. The key is to be sincere, okay? The key is to be sincere. People can feel a phony from a mile away. Find something you honestly appreciate and use it to compliment them. It builds rapport and honestly puts people in a friendly mood. They're less likely to say no. Okay, so number 1, be in a hurry. Number 2, genuine compliment. Number 3, the actual invitation. And there's 3 types of invites that there's a direct invitation, there's an indirect invitation, and then there's a super indirect invitation, which is probably the easiest. But so we're going to talk a little bit about the direct invitation. I'm going to give you a couple script ideas. One would be like, oh, this is really good. Okay. So when you told me that you hate your job or you wanted more money or you wanted to find a new house, whatever she said, were you serious or were you just kidding around? And let's say they tell you they were serious. Great. Well, I think I found something that a way for you to make that happen. And this is for situations where you know an area of dissatisfaction is going on or need or desire or whatever. I think I found a way for us to really boost our cash flow. Or when I thought of people who could make it or actually, this is a good one. Are you still looking for a job or a different job? I found a way for both of us to start a great business without all the risks. I love that one. And let's see. Oh, I have some more. And I have some more actual scripting Mary Kay ones coming up. And then the indirect approach would be more, the indirect invite would be more like, this is actually a really good one. More like, hey, I found a business I'm really excited about, but what do I know? You always have so much experience with everything. Would you take a look at it for me if I made it easy for you and let me know what you think, if I'm making the right move, or give me your feedback or give me your honest opinion of it? Or a friend told me the best thing I could do when starting a business is to have people I respect take a look at it and give me some guidance. Would you be willing to do that for me if I made it simple? So those are like indirect. They're just checking it out for you just to make sure that you're, doing the right thing. And then it would be, this business clearly isn't for you, like someone you really, really respect. But I wanted to ask, who do you know that's ambitious, money motivated, and would be excited about the idea of adding another cash flow to their life? Or who do you know that might be looking for a strong business they could run from their home? So those are that's indirect. So you're not asking if they would do it, but if they know anybody would do it. And in most cases, they would say yes, and actually they would need more information. But when they say no, what if they say no? Like you give an invitation and they say no. What do you say? Well, I would say politely thank them and do not give them your material. In fact, rarely with this approach do I get a no, but occasionally you will. And I even take it a step further and I say, I thank them for the opportunity to even ask them. So I'll say, oh, like shocked that they said no. Well, thank you for even giving me the opportunity to ask you. And I hope you have a blessed day. Peace out. Act a little surprised, like because I normally am like, oh, you said no. It's weird. But they said no. So I'm like, oh, well, thank you so much for me to even ask you. And I hope you have a blessed day. And then I leave. Okay. So that's if they say no. But a lot of times they don't, because you've given them a place to respect you with the time, you have complimented them genuinely, and you've given them an invite that's pretty non-confrontational. So they're going to say yes. Now, 5% of people that say yes will actually complete the review of whatever you gave them. I know, sucks, right? Well, okay, so how do you get an 80% turnout instead of a 5%? Well, you have to complete steps 5 through 8 of this inviting process. So now we're going to go through 5 through 8. Number 5 is confirmation number 1. So that all I say is, so when do you think you'd have a chance to review that? Or when do you think you could call the hotline for sure? When do you think you can take a look at that YouTube video? You're asking them when. I used to say tomorrow or the next day, or what is more what you were thinking. And that implies a sense of urgency, and all that can be really good, but it can also create some unwanted feelings of pressure. Used for DIQs in month 4 on the 28th day of the month. Okay. Other than that, you just ask them, when can they review it for sure? When can you review it? But seriously, let them tell you a day. That way they chose. You didn't force them to choose. And remember, they already said yes, they would do it. They're just giving you a day. So you ask them when, they give you a day. That takes us to step 6. 6 is confirmation number 2. And this is confirming that the day they gave you. So for example, if they say, well, I can do it on Tuesday. Then you say, great. So if I call you on Wednesday, you would have watched it for sure. Again, there's that for sure thing. So if they say Tuesday, you say, oh, if I call you on Wednesday, you'd watch it for sure. And a lot of times they'll either say, yeah, or they'll say, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably won't get to it and they'll adjust the date. Let's say they say December 1st. So if I call you on December 2nd, you'll have reviewed it for sure. That's confirmation number 2. Then step 7 is confirmation number 3, which is scheduling the next call. And all I say is, so what's the best number and time for me to call you? Whenever you figured out that date, okay? And then number 8, get off the phone or say goodbye. Don't lollygag or talk them into it and talk them out of it. Talking less is actually more, so don't talk too much. Wait, right? W-A-I-T, or just do step number 8 and leave. Leave the premises or hang up the phone. You don't need to be on the phone very long, and you got to honor their time as well as yours. So this is a full-fledged script option that I'm going to give you a rundown. Example number 1. Hey, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I just had to call you real fast. You got a second? You're one of the hardest working moms I know. You do everything so well. The other day when you said you needed a day to relax and unwind, were you serious or were you just kidding around? Really? Okay, great. Well, because I think I found a way to create a relaxing, distressing spa experience in your home. If I sent some of the experience packages home with you to look at, would you take a look and give me your honest feedback? Fabulous. Well, when do you think you could look it over for sure? Thursday? Okay, so if I call you on Friday, you'll have reviewed it for sure? All right. I'll check with you then. What's the best number and time to call you? Got it. Got to run. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Done. Example number 1. Example number 2. Hey, I'm running out the door to soccer practice with the kids, but I need to talk to you real quick. You got a sec? Great. Hey, listen, you've always been there for me through like thick and thin, and I consider you one of my biggest supporters. I started this new business, and I'm really excited, but I'm kind of nervous too, and I need to practice on somebody friendly. Would you mind if I practiced on you? Great. Well, when would you be available for an hour? When's the next time you'd be available for an hour? Wednesday? Oh, shoot. Wednesday, I'm completely packed. When's the next available that you might have open? Friday? Awesome. Great. Well, I have morning and afternoon available on Friday. Does morning or afternoon work better? Book them for a facial. Okay. So Friday, 2 o'clock works good? Great. And then what address can I come in and pamper you at? Or whatever you figure out, if you're going to them, you know how to book from there, but this is just getting that if I would you statement out there and confirming a date 3 times. Okay, example number 3. Hey, Carol, I know you're really busy and I've got a million things going on to you, but I'm glad I caught you. You know, you've been wildly successful and I have respected you and your role in our community like crazy. I started something new and I'm looking for people who are super sharp and really have great qualities. I know this probably isn't clearly for you, but I wanted to ask, who do you know who is ambitious, money motivated, and loves to enrich the lives of others around them? Well, I know you'd probably want to make sure you understand it better before recommending it. And I have a video that explains it and what we do and how we do it and the types of people we're looking for. And it's super brief. If I sent it to you, would you review it? Have a chance to review it. Friday? So if I called you on Saturday, you would have reviewed it for sure? Great. And what number and time on Saturday can I call you? Thanks. Awesome. Well, then we will talk then. Have a great day. Gotta go. And then here's another one. This is for a girl who is like offering you great customer service when you're out and about. Hey, Earl, thank you so much for the great customer service. You know, now isn't the time to get into this, but you have impeccable communication skills. And I happen to be looking for people just like that. Tell me, are you currently working another job other than this one? Or are you in the market to add another stream of income to your life? Okay, well, I have something that may interest you. Now isn't the time to really get into it, but if I gave you some info to look over, would you review it? Cool. So when would you have a chance to look over it? Okay, so if I call you on Friday, will you have reviewed it for sure? Awesome. All right, I will call you then. What's the best number and time to call you on Friday? All right, great. Well, I got to run, but I'll talk to you Friday. Have a good day. And you're done. So do you feel the flow for this? Do you feel it's just really simple and you use the same 7, 8 steps for everything? Do you feel the flow? You be in a hurry, okay? You be in a hurry. You compliment, genuine compliment. You invite them to whatever it is you're trying to invite them to do, whether it's borrow their face or invite them to look at the marketing information. Then you place, if I were, would you statement. If I were to give you something, would you have time to review it? Confirmation number 1, when would you be able to? Confirmation 2, so if I called you here, would you have reviewed it for sure? And then confirmation 3, name a number, time, and then get off the phone and wish them a blessed day. Since I have switched to this approach, you guys, oh my goodness, my results have gone through the roof. And I've already signed my first team member for the month. And my goal is to invite 25 to check out the business this month. How exciting is that? Like, I'm so excited, you guys. The flow is so easy. And once you master the flow, you can invite anybody to do anything. Like, you can invite them to look at this. You can invite them to do this. You can invite them to this. You can invite them to that. It's just a skill that you learn, and when you master it and you do it over and over again, then you can teach it to others, and it's duplicatable, and people start picking up on it, and then you don't have to do it for your team members because they're doing it for themselves. It's amazing, and I get so excited. I get excited. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm just a little excited. Okay. So what are you gonna do with this information? Well, you get to start asking. You get to start inviting people to stuff. Use the 8 steps. Of bookings already on your date book, then go get some chats lined up for you and your director. You know, practice does not make perfect. It makes it pretty, and it turns you into an expert and a champion. Okay, and that's what our goal is here. We want to be experts in the field of Mary Kay, and we want to tell other people to do the same thing so that we can bless our families and get financially strong and secure and move up the career path and do what God has called us to do. But you got to practice, and you got to master some skills. You guys, if Mary Kay was based on luck, oh my gosh, we'd all be doomed. I mean, can you even imagine? Okay, so homework. Number 1, continue posting what you love about your Mary Kay business with all the hashtags. Hashtag MyMKLife, hashtag Multiply Gratitude, hashtag MKLove, hashtag MP17. Number 2, invite 10 people this week or more to look at our beauty experience packages or our business. Invite 10 this week. Number 3, continue adding 2 a day to your prospect list. Remember, 2 a day. We're going to never-ending list. Never ending. It's never ending. And then number 4, I want you to brainstorm ways to increase your passion and what brings you joy and fills you up so that you can be enthusiastic about your business, and it will show. And you guys, reminder, your homework's always due on Sunday at midnight on the link that's posted on the Facebook pinned post. I cannot wait to see what this does for your business, because you guys, something is happening in Mary Kay. Something is happening and the train is moving, and you're either on it or you're off of it. But I encourage you that the whole economy is shifting to direct selling. The whole universe is shifting to this, and we're on the cutting edge. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am. Okay. So I'm just going to pray for us right now because I feel the need to pray. God, I just pray a blessing over our business this week, that you would multiply our efforts, that you would give us an overflowing passion for our business, that the life that we have would be contagious, and it would bring to our attention those whom we are meant to be with. God, bring those people into our minds, bring those people into our presence, and let us see them. I know that when we look for things, we do find them. Lord, help us not to get caught up in the emotions of things we cannot control, but let us put our hope and trust in you and walk obediently in the process and have so much fun while we're doing it. Lord, this is so fulfilling. This is the fulfilling life we want. Thank you for creating us. Thank you for creating this company and our dear Mary Kay Ash. And thank you for this Pacesetters, and continue to use me, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm so excited. Have a great night. Go invite some people to try out some beauty experiences. Go invite some people to just take a beautiful experience in the business home with them so they can change their life too. And in the process, remember, you help as many people get what they want, and you'll get what you want. And next week, we're going to talk about presenting, the skill of presenting. Just keeps getting better. So have a great week, guys. Yay!